Have you grinded for 2 weeks to get the perfect plane, and you're ready to kick ass but you don't? Somebody lose every fight with other planes, and every player laughs as your wings fall the second you get off the ground. Maybe you might say, this plane sucks and needs a proper buff, or something on those lines. Do you think you'll never win that plane? Well, maybe you're just using that plane wrong. Flightless boy here, and welcome to my generic plane review, where I go through almost every plane I can put my dirty, sweating fat hands on. The plane we're looking at today is the star plane from the British tree, the good old Nimrod Mark 1 and 2. Let us get this show on the road, shall we? Okay, here's some history. Around 1926, the Air Ministry specifications N21/6 was intended to produce a successor to the Ferry Flycatcher, then in its 4th year of naval service. By the time the Nimrod had finally replaced the Flycatcher in 1932, the Nimrod had a very low standard to fill since it was slow and obsolete, and RAF officers who flew it often joked that the Fly might actually give the aircraft a run for its money. The reason why it took so long was the indecision of picking the right design for the job, and the original replacer, the radical engine Hawker Hoopy, did not fit the new improved N21/26 specs, and in so, the Air Ministry got Hawker designer Sidney Cam to build a plane with inline engines. The prototype went to HMS Eagle and Bureau Aries, flying there as part of the British Empire Trade Exhibition in March 1931, after testing in 1930. After some more final testing, the production order for 35 was placed, and the first flew on the 31st of October 1931. The following year, another contract for a further 19 Nimrods were signed. It entered service in 1932 on No. 408 flight on HMS Glorious. Others went to No. 402 and 409 flights soon after. The Fleet Air Arm flights were reorganized in squadrons in early 1933, with the Nimrods joining No. 801, 802 and 803 squadrons RAF. The Nimrods 2 followed in September 1934. Few Nimrods were exported, though one aircraft was supplied to Japan and one to Portugal. 2 went to Denmark, where they were known as Nimrodidae. Like its Fury brother, it was placed in 1939 by more modern aircraft. 2 Nimrods actually survive today, both airworthy and both based in the Imperial War Museum in Duxford Airdrome, Cambridgeshire. Let us go to some stats of this plane. Crew 1. Length 8.9 meters. Wingspan 10.23 meters. Its height was 3.0 meters. Its wing area was 27.96 meters squared. Very similar to the Fury Mark 1 and 2, by the way, but it just has like a hook or something. Its power plant is one Royal Cressel VFP inline piston engine with over 391 kilowatts. Now that's done, let's go into some in-game stats. At stock, its max speed is 378 kilometers per hour at a height of 4,100 meters. Its max altitude is 8,100 meters. Its turn time is 17.9 seconds. Its rate of climb is 13.2 meters per second, and its takeoff run is 3.32 meters. However, upgraded, its max speed is 394 kilometers per hour at a height of 4,000 meters. At the same height of max altitude, a turn time of 16.0 seconds, at a rate of climb of 15.7 meters per second, and a takeoff run of 232 meters. Now that's done, let's go into some pros and cons of this plane. I feel like the Nimrod is not a good plane besides its turn time, but that doesn't mean it's the same or worse than some other reserve planes in War Thunder. And there are a whole lot worse planes in War Thunder to my knowledge, but I feel like this plane doesn't really click as well as I would like it to, mainly because this is a star plane. Let's go to some pros. Pros: high turn time, lots of ammo, good range. Cons: weak, it's slow, pretty bad guns, and the engine can fail at times, especially when doing maneuvers. Now let us move on to some tactics. Bear in mind these are my opinion of doing these things, and you can do it your own way if you find that works well for you. Tactic 1. Try to boom zoom other biplane, but be careful if it loses speed fast in turns and be gentle. If you know how to lead with the guns, get stealth ammo and use 3 useful bullets: IAP, AI, and you can be quite effective filling other biplanes in one dive. Tactic 2. Stick to ground targets and only fight when necessary, and turn fighting as much as possible. Tactic 3. If you can't take out a plane in one swoop, you can always turn fight your enemies, but avoid being chased by multiple enemies, and always have an ally to cover you. Now for my news conclusion part of the review. To make it more of a review, and less of a wiki article. WikiHow, of course. In my honest opinion, I would think that for airplane standards, the Nimrod is pretty bad. Sure, you have one of the fastest turn times for biplanes besides the Japanese. It's so that by the time you get to your target, it'll already be shot down by your team. And even with WEP in the Mark II, or in arcade mode where the planes are significantly faster, it still has a bad performance compared to the HC-51 or CF-32. I'm pretty sure there are definitely worse planes out there that I haven't found yet, but in all my 5 videos, this is far the worst starter. The fact that it's also extremely easy to kill makes it a prime target for other planes despite its different attack. Alright, I think we're done for today. Hopefully you learned something today, and I hope you have a great day both offline and online. Until next.